I don't know. Going up against Tier, going second, going first, of course, is a big difference, right? There's a big difference because if you go first, you have a major advantage because that's what the decks like to do, right? The way you can bypass, have a halfness, and kind of go around the Bystials, but like once you get to this point, right? You're going to be aware that you're vulnerable to halfness and the Bystials because you're going to search off Stardust Synchron, right? An opening where they can go halfness trigger and maybe mill names and then try to get to a Regalos, a Kaleido Heart, right? To spin your non-tuners. But that's the great thing about opening up with Doppel when you go first. If you open up with a converter, it becomes a bit more fragile in the sense that you only have one non-tuner and then the trail becomes very vulnerable to the Bystials, which can be a bit problematic, but you'll see how this functions, right? So he goes and he hits me with Orange Light, discarding Kelbeck. That mills 5, so that's intimidating because why is that intimidating? You might hit names, and then what are you scared of? Regalos? You're scared of the Kaleido Heart, but luckily I have Bystials in hand that I can maybe play around, but I can't use him at this moment because he has nothing. So at some point you kind of want to bait the Bystials and hope that he activates it so you can start using your guys. But look what he literally did. He mills 2 names. He mills Rhino Heart. He gets a summon to the field, pitch, trigger another name. Yeah, it can be a bit tricky. And look what he mills, and then he goes into Kaleido Heart. So he's trying to spin something here. Okay, and this build I'm trying out Levinier because it's just an insane card to search end phase, especially if you go in second. If you go in second and you interact with your Bystial cards and you search Levy, you can just start off with that and just force, you know, like it's just crazy how that works. It's just insane. And the good thing about it, you can, like going first, you can draw into it. And then rip one of the card from your hand, so they'll start off with 4 cards, which is insane. Omega rips one, and this one shuffles one back, and then you can climb into your bigger synchros, which is going to be the Baron, the Chengying, or the Shenzhen, which is really cool. So then he tries to he spins my my Crystal Wing, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then he tries to trigger his Habdis. I chain my Bystial, but he chains his Keldo. And then it resolves, and at this point I'm like, okay, I think I'm home free because what else can he do, right? Like, there's no other thing. Like, what else? What else does he have? I search off Jex. I need more bodies, right? Look at them! Look how many bodies freaking Shaman just summon all 4. That's like the maximum you can summon. But this is insane. This is crazy. Like, what do you do to this? And I draw into my Lubellion. Lubellion is, I think you kind of need it for this deck because it just opens up your plays, especially when you go first, when you open up like the Bystials and Stardust, just to get that light in the graveyard to be able to use it. And it's a good thing as well because it can trigger Doppel. That's another thing to note. It triggers Doppel, which is insane. I go for my Chengying because I want to banish these guys. I want to banish these guys and banish some names, banish these guys. Just basically just banish all of his stuff. That's what you want to be doing. And then I go into Marcher, just climbing, try to set up and try to get on my big guys because I know that I have triple. Like already, you can see that I can pop both. I can end on a Herald. I have triple Bystial. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? It's just insane. Go for charge, get tokens, go for my Baron, banish that now. Look at this, banish Kaleido. It's just wild. Look at this, it's just crazy. Go Herald, and then I have this to protect the Herald. That just, oh my god. And then this just gets more resources. It's like, what do you get? Oh my goodness, what are you gonna do to that? It's just crazy. Like, what do you do? There's just no way. Look at that. Okay, so Tier being the best deck, you kind of wonder, okay, well it's meant to be consistent as heck, and he just sets and passes, and I'm like, well, this sounds pretty good, right? But it's a bit vulnerable to, like, what if he has like Bystials in hand? So I'm thinking to myself, well, I can bypass the Bystials because I can go tuning Sir Stardust, right? Pitch this. junk will target this, so it's bestial proof. The only thing that can kind of hurt it is if he has crow, but I don't know. I open up trail, so that's gonna get around the Bystials. Like I don't have to send to the graveyard, which is really nice. So I go ahead and try to do that play, but this time I'm trying to play around the Bystials because it's a fire, it's an earth. These guys play around the Bystials, so that means like if this doesn't resolve, right? If the junk summon doesn't resolve for whatever reason, you can pitch for jet and then trigger the doppel that way. That's basically what you want to do. Oh, I forgot, like, going second, I sided the Lubellians, but I forgot I sided them out, so that's why I sent this guy. Yeah, it's just like, it's so conditioned to, like, get used to it. So I pitch it, and he is cold by the grave. I was like, oh my god, I'm like, how do I do this? So now this hand is very vulnerable to Bystials, right? Like, you know, so I'm kind of forced to pitch for jet, trigger this, and then I'm like, I have to send the Stardust Synchron, you know, because I want the Marcher to revive something, or just to force out the Bystial, because otherwise he's gonna be stuck in his hand. And then he has the Bystial. He has the Searcher one. I was like, oh my goodness. So right now, all I'm trying to do is like, okay, well, what can I do here? I'm not gonna go Herald past. I mean, the what Herald will accomplish would be it lets me live, right? Because he'll go battle phase and attack over it, and main phase 2 he plays. I'll return this with Omega, and then burn this over, then snipe a card during his turn, and hopefully it is enough. An Omega snipe, and then a Bystial banish. Like, hopefully that should be able to get me there. He'll Cupid, do a bit of burn. I go battle phase, run over his guy, and then I pass. So he has the Bystial. He doesn't activate. He didn't summon it then. He just, yeah. I think in hindsight I should have returned the jet, because he was just gonna banish this one anyway. But I think my thought process at the time was I want to protect the trail. I want him to banish this instead of the trail, because I can get more Stardust Synchrons. So that makes much more sense. So then he forces it, and I chain, right, and he just goes battle phase. I'm like, oh, he still didn't get anything. Like he opened up, like, I guess he Bystials and some of his Tearlaments traps. So like, okay, fair enough, that's fair. The end phase, I search and I go for the Strudel line, because like I'm like, okay, well, let's see, because like I don't have any other play. Like if I search another Bystial, it's gonna be a Bystial war, and that's still like, I don't want to leave it to that point, because like I want to be able to just try to get combo going. So then I go for the Strudel. I get my Omega back. I target this right here. I'm like, okay, so I can risk it, because like, what can that back row be, right? What can that back row be? I'm not gonna hit the back row. I'm gonna hit the Druid's Worm. Pop it. He'll miss the Mare because it won't be on the field yet, so he's forced to target the Omega. And then at this point, I'll go Chain Omega. I rip yeah, this is pretty good. And then I just pop off. But I knew that I needed to insulate the speeder line. So I went to Baron, just in case this set was something relevant, which it wasn't, luckily. Let's go trail, and go speeder, and then look at this. This is wild. This is wild, like this. Go for the Shen. Not much changed. The only thing I changed was the mid-breaker and added the Leviateer, because I want to just give that pressure of searching something like quite daunting. Like, okay, they're expecting a levy, and yeah, that's basically what it came down to. Like, okay, I can search this. It's just pretty wild. This 40th card I'm still testing. I'm not too sure on that yet, but I'm kind of like, I guess against flu it can be pretty good, right? You just clear board, summon a defense, and then you can keep adding it back with this guy. So that's why one copy is enough. You just keep recycling it. But yeah, so far I'm liking it. It's been doing much better than any of the variants that I've been testing lately. Yeah, like I'm really having fun. I managed to get my playset of these guys. I'm just waiting for them in the mail, so I'm really hyped about that. And then hopefully take it to locals and then see how it fares. But I'm really liking this list so far. But once again, this 40th card, I'm not too sure. Okay, so for those of you that I've been asking about how to side with this deck, so when you go second, when the bitches do little to nothing, right? You like against tier, you take out these 5. You take out these these 6. Take out this. Take out these 2, these 3. Take out this. Go in second, because you don't really want them in go in second. Then you put in like imperms and this and this. These 9. You place those. Well, it depends, varies. But I normally just put in these. And against anything else, like against flu, I take out the entire thing out. You take out all these 15. Right, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 right here, and you put in all you put in everything is blue, and then it works. Then you still have engine, and you still have engine, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna keep getting more replays for you guys, so you can get like a bit of a better understanding of the deck, right? But yeah, hopefully enjoy the video. Let's subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.